Hi guys, 26th of July 2019, it's 10 past 5 p.m. CT, 10 past 4 p.m. London, right? Piotr here, and this is the CryptoMarketFlow update. Just a friendly reminder, CryptoMarketFlow is a part of Land of Trading Group. So let's start with risk warning, guys. Please bear in mind, trading crypto on margin carries a high level of risk, may not be suitable for all investors. You can sustain a loss of some or all initial investment, so please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Seek education, gain experience before risking real money. However, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. All right, what we have, guys? We are going to discuss Cardano, Stellar Lumen. I think we are getting closer, as well as we are going to make an update about the Bitcoin and Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So let's start with Cardano with ADA. That's the daily chart. Important thing is to that we have to notice where we are right now, taking into the consideration the December 2017, right? So we are going to, I'm going to zoom in a second. We were testing the lows. We were even a little bit below that low. And the current price action is giving the chance, is giving the hope to the bulls, in my opinion, here, right? So, as I mentioned, let's zoom in and let's have a look where we are from the daily chart perspective, taking into the consideration the current price action. We are fighting around this 600 Satoshi level over here. Would doesn't look good currently right now here is a possibility of this bear flag here. But to be honest with you, that's what we discussed previously when we are talking about the Ethereum versus Bitcoin. As long as we are above 0.02, I think that we might create some kind of the bottoms when we are talking about the alts, right? So I'm going to be very careful here with this bear flag on Cardano we see here on a daily chart. Now I'm not that bullish yet. Let's leave it. Let's leave this channel. It's gonna be useful. I'm not that bullish yet. Now you may want to ask why. I think the first attempt to break that falling trend line, right? It's gonna be probably the failure here, right? So in that case, I think that the latest support which been broken here around 700 Satoshi, right? Am I right? Yeah, 700 Satoshi. I think we are going to test it, right? But guys, we need usually 2 points to draw the trend line, right? So yeah, checked. We have 2 points to draw the trend line. Now, usually the third test is rejection, right? That's what I expect here. That's what I expect here. So the first rally here towards 700 Satoshi, right? Here on daily. I think we are going to see some kind of the rejection somewhere around 700, right? So what's my plan? I want to see the test of 700, but then I want to see a retest of the 600, right? But I want to see the ADA versus Bitcoin, Cardano versus Bitcoin to be above the trend line. I want to see the retest of 600, but being above the trend line, right? And then I do believe that we are going to see this kind of the rally. What might be the target? I think that the second point, this 1,200 Satoshis, that's gonna be the final target of that first wave to the upside. So let's switch for a second to the smaller time frame. Let's switch to 2 hours here. All right, let's move that one to the daily. All right, so let's have a look where we are from intraday perspective. Okay, so we are trying to consolidate inside the very narrow range right now. Oops, sorry. We are trying to consolidate inside the very narrow range, right? So there is an attempt to break higher here, but as you can see, we have the upper shadow created, right? So it's gonna be some kind of the pullback from here towards 580, right? Then I do expect another retest, this time a little bit higher, right? Towards earlier mentioned on the daily chart, towards the 700 Satoshi, right? And then, only then, I would like to see retest of the 600 we discussed before, right? So that's my trading plan. I'm going to be patient. I'm waiting for a breakout, retest because of the trend line on the daily chart and some kind of the consolidation, and then only then move towards 1200 Satoshi on Cardano. Let's have a look what we have on the Stellar versus Bitcoin. And here it's a very similar situation, but I think we are ready already. I know. Guys, just briefly, similar situation to what we discussed second ago with Cardano in terms where we are, right? So we are testing this very, very low. That's pretty clear. Now, what's the difference here? Why we need some kind of the diversification, right? When you want to trade some alt, you need to diversify. You cannot be all in with one. Why is a little bit different Stellar versus Cardano? Because if you remember, we were discussing 1 minute ago, we need 2 points to draw the trend line, right? So we had these 2 points, we drew the trend line, right? Then the third test is usually when we see the rejection, and here we already had this type of the rejection, right? So now, taking into the consideration all those things, right? And as well as where we are compared to the left side of that chart that we are testing the low, I truly believe there is a big chance we might see some kind of the spike, short covering, whatever you want to call it, on Stellar here, right? So what I'm gonna to look for here is to try to buy the dips towards 830, right? So I believe that we should hold this low. We are going to switch to the smaller time frame to try to get more details. Just give me a few minutes. What's going to be my first target? This tweezer bottom. So in that case, we are talking about the levels towards 1200, 1300 Satoshi. But overall, I do believe that 1900, 2000 Satoshi is the final medium long-term target with this possible move to the upside. So let's make some cleanings here. And let's switch lower to our charts, and let's try to build some possible scenario. And as you can see, this big range candle over here, I do believe that that's where the demand right now resides. So I'm looking to buy below at or below 830 Satoshi here on the Stellar with 2 consecutive daily close below 800 as a hard stop loss. Okay, and yeah, that's what we discussed. I'm targeting higher levels, right? So switching back to the daily, what's gonna be my first target? My first target is going to be this tweezer bottom, and we are talking about the levels close to 1200, 1300, and the second target is gonna be levels close to 1900, 2000 Satoshi. All right, so let's have a look what kind of the chances we have. Let's check what we are doing right now on Ethereum versus Bitcoin. That's our trading plan, still here, right? And oops, let's have a look what we have. We are fighting, guys. 2 days ago, nice move back, some kind of the consolidation yesterday, some kind of the consolidation today. Remember 0.025 as a first target. That's gonna be probably initial rally, right? And somewhere here, because of this broken low, okay, we might see some kind of the pullback. So around here, partial profit taking, whatever else you have, and then we should see much higher levels, at least towards the top of that channel, right? That's what we discuss. So no change here. Some kind of the consolidations above our bottom of that falling channel, but that's the third touch. Some reaction is, that's what we expect. Some reaction to the upside is expected. Finally, Bitcoin versus US dollar. All right, daily chart. Still, we are fighting around 10,000, right? Based on the scenarios we discussed, right? So all in all, from bullish perspective, we have to hold the swing low, which has been created on the mid-July, 17th of July, right? To be honest with you, I don't like this upper shadow, but we are fighting. 3 days ago, lower shadow. Today, we are creating lower shadow. Let's switch lower. Let's switch to the 2-hour charts, right? Let's have a look what we have. We haven't held this latest manipulation top, right? We even lower, but might be, as you can see, I have here handy, we might have this over under creation still. So would be good from the bull's perspective, trying to slow down the bears, trying to build a little bit bigger consolidation and trying to run away from here higher towards 12,000, 12,500. That's what we discussed previously. That's what's the plan, right? So no change here, no change in view. I would say a little bit too low right now, but still I wanna see get back above 10K SAP ahead of the end of the week. Guys, that was my pleasure to be with you today again. Have a great day and see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.